It's been a while since I did a Yu-Gi-Oh related video, and since it's past the new year, let's do something about being a bit positive and reflecting back in the past few years of Yu-Gi-Oh! At least on things mainly about the gameplay and not really about the prices right now. Because there is for sure a lot of cool things that happen with Yu-Gi-Oh! Especially on the anime standpoint if you're an anime fan. And that can also include being an older player fan. So let's begin. And remember, this is all based on my opinion on what things I like personally, so you can always have yours and go ahead and put them down if I do miss any. So the first thing I really like is of course a viable digital game that is also free to download. I just like Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel overall. I mean, you can basically play it for free and more people that you can play with overall, and some of the animations are cool, but I have to say for a complex system like Yu-Gi-Oh! For a digital game, this is quite impressive and I actually like this. Sure, there's ups and downs here and there, but overall it is just fun to play. Now the next thing I think Konami really excels at here is reprints. Sure, this wouldn't be a problem in the first place if distribution rate on release wasn't really bad, but on the reprint part they actually do pretty well on. Because one, usually they don't really make you wait super long for a reprint, and most of the reprints are actually good reprints. Even if some of the reprints are in fact in bad sets in the TCG side, because in Japan they have a pack opening culture or gaming culture, so things are different over there. But for the reprints I think they do really well on. Recent example is the 25th anniversary rarity collection. Different rarity versions plus very good reprints. Like I said, if the distribution wasn't bad in the first place, I don't think this was going to be as scary and absolutely needed. In fact, if they do like rarity bump versions of certain cards, like aka bring back ultimate rares in the main booster set, this would probably be not as bad. But overall, I have to say the reprints are pretty good, especially with reprint dedicated sets. And then this next one, which I really absolutely love, is legacy support, or just old archetype support overall. This is something I really love, especially on decks that haven't been getting support for a while. It just gives me hope that they're going to be supporting decks that basically have been laying around for a while that I have. Sure, most of it did start in the Arc 5 era with Blue Eyes with Dark Side of Dimension, but I really love post Vrain's era onwards, they've been just making legacy support in every single set. I mean, in the TCG we are getting Raid Raptor support soon for Raid Raptor fans. We got DDD support from the past year, Blue Eye support from the past year, we even got Dark Magician support, we got recently Salamangreats, and one unsupported archetype for so long, Volcanics. So when it comes to legacy archetype support overall, I really love it. And speaking of legacy archetype support, I really like that they're making series into actual full-on archetypes. What I mean by that is basically cards with one specific name turn into a full-on archetype. Recent example is Yubel. It was just a series of monsters, now turned into a full-on deck. Or another recent example, the Flame Swordman. It was his own mini-series, now turned into a full archetype. They did that with Stardust Dragon when they brought out Majestic Shooting Star Dragon. And even the group of monsters, like the Signer Dragons, has turned into a full-on deck. And I just love it when they do that, because it really brings appeal to anime fans. And speaking to the anime fans, I also like that some of these cards uses these anime moments into part of the actual deck and archetype, or turn into actual cards. Like speaking of the recent one with Yubel, her new fusion form is actually based on her fusion with Jaden or Judai. We even got the Supreme King Celestial Dragon Odd Eyes Arc Ray Dragon with the light side of the Supreme King support, giving basically an anime moment of a what if Ray successfully purified the dragons, or in technicality they already been purified, but what if they were actually used. Or one of my favorite anime moment cards, Cyber Dark End Dragon, where Cyber Dark Dragon just equips Cyber End Dragon. And also another one of my favorite examples is turning Yugi's final duel against Atem into a synergized strategy, aka Golden Sarcophagus of Light. So when it comes to making series cards into full-on archetypes or anime moment cards, I just love it. And that includes the what ifs. Finally, to the last one, printing more of the animated exclusive decks. And what I mean by this is that those archetypes that are still just anime only and still haven't been printed in real life are now finally getting more printed. Like recent example, the Earthbound Servants. I am glad that they finally printed this archetype after for so long. Sun Avalon, for example, was another animated related archetype that they didn't print for a while. There was of course the Valkyries as well, and even G-Golems. Just overall, more anime archetypes are now getting printed. So that's it for my list of things that I liked for the past few years of Yu-Gi-Oh! What do you guys think of it? What are things that would you guys add? Because like I said, who knows, I could be missing some of it and you guys might be pointing it out. But overall, these are the things that I like, especially when it comes to the anime side, because I watch the anime myself, so I just love to see more of the anime stuff. But other than that, that's it for this, and see you all next time.